Hello, Get Fit. My name is Brittany Ciordia, and we are back for another weekly challenge. This week, we're going to be talking all about that immune system. So, I am here with Sonia Cervantes of Sonia's Healthy Corner. Sonia, would you like to introduce yourself to Get Fit?
Yes. Thank you very much for having me, Brittany. This is, I think, I don't know, I lost track, third or fourth year that I participate, not just as an attendee, but in these sessions and these challenges. So thank you for having me. My name is Sonia Cervantes. I am a certified health coach, nutritionist consultant, and a clinical master herbalist and founder of Sonia's Healthy Corner, where I help individuals, families, and organizations take charge of their health so they can be healthy and happy through healthy cooking classes, webinars, workshops, anything to help you make a healthy you in a very back to basics, simple way.
Well, great. We are so glad that you're here with us. I'd love to just jump into the conversation. Now, we know that there's been a lot of talk about immunity and our immune system over the last 2 years, and especially at this time of year with cold and flu season. So
Mhm.
let's just start with the basics. Can you tell us what the immune system is and what its role is in our overall health and wellness?
Yes, absolutely. So the immune system is a complex network of cells, tissues, organs, antibodies, proteins that they all work together to protect your body against foreign invaders. Whereas, pathogens, viruses, bacteria, fungi, anything that they detect to be a foreign invader is what the job of the immune system is to think of it as an army, right? It's like your
Hmm.
military soldiers. So our body is composed of trillions of cells. This is the beauty divine design that we have. And amongst those cells, we have natural killer cells that conform the immune system. So what these soldiers do, and I'm going to date myself here, but for those of you who are familiar with Pac-Man, remember that game where you have this little, I'm going to call them viruses or pathogens roaming around in your bloodstream, in the computer, obviously, and a computer screen. And then you get the Pac-Man and latches onto them, binds them, and destroys them. Well, this is exactly what your immune system does. So we have those combination of cells, but the natural killer cells could be white blood cells, T cells. We're not going to go into detail, but the basics are they are roaming around our bloodstream looking to detect a foreign invader or a pathogen. They bind them and then they destroy them. So that's the job and the function of the immune system. And of course, the immune system can only work as good as we take care of it. That's why it's important
Hmm.
that the right conditions are met so our immune system functions properly.
Oh, I love the picture you painted there. I think that's a perfect metaphor for explaining it for folks like me who might not have a science background, so to speak. What are some things that might affect that immune system's ability to fight off infection and keep us healthy and well?
Yes. So, as I mentioned, in order for our immune system to work properly, right? And we're not perfect. We don't live in a bubble. We're exposed to toxins, environmental, air toxins, what we eat, pollutants, etc. So that's why we need to take care of ourselves in different ways so we can help the immune system do its job. Amongst those things, let's start with stress because we're all stressed, right? We're going
Mhm.
to work. I mean, this past few weeks were amazing. We were able to disconnect. We ate what we wanted. We slept in. Maybe some people didn't have an opportunity to do that, but for the most part, some of us did. And now we're back and we hit the ground running, and now we're stressed again, right? We're busy, we're stressed, we have to catch up, we have 1,000 emails. It's just, sound familiar? And the stress of the uncertainty, what is out there, what's going to happen this year. We already went through a challenge on 2020. Now 2022 is not looking too promising. And then we just spin in our heads. And what impacts our immune system is not just what you eat, it's what you think, right? So stress management, avoiding that anxiety, thinking about finding your peace, whatever that means for you, whether it's prayer or meditation, different techniques that are out there. Also, lack of sleep. When we sleep, we regenerate our bodies. Our immune system gets that humph to go and fight infections again, right? So if we're not sleeping well, then we're not really helping ourselves. We're supposed to sleep between 9 to 11 hours. I'm sorry, oh God, that would be nice, right? 7 to 9 hours, 9 to 11 for little kids or for children, right? And then, of course, let's talk about sugar and alcohol. And sugar is a big deal because we don't pay much attention to it. But interestingly enough, there is research that shows that when you consume up to 75 grams, which is not a lot, may I say, of sugar, it will suppress your immune system for a period up to 5 hours after consumption. Think about that. 5 hours where your immune system is suppressed just because you decided to go get a Frappuccino. I'm not hating on Frappuccinos. I'm just talking about the amount of sugar grams that are in a specific meal, right? So just think about those things. Lack of exercise, sedentarism, right? Not moving on the opposite end of the spectrum, a physical activity. Now we're in a challenge, right? And that's great. But let's say we're not in the 30-day challenge. Let's say we just have regular lives. Just getting up and walking and dancing, cleaning the kitchen, whatever it is, just moving, not just sitting, binging on Netflix or any of the other shows out there. Just moving will help our immune system. But like I said, we're talking about what doesn't help. So what doesn't help is being sedentary.
I think I'm still a little bit taken aback by the 75 gram of sugar statistic, knowing that I may or may not have had a latte this morning, and I may or may not know how many grams of sugar was in that. So always good to be thinking about things like that. Now, we've heard a lot also about certain foods that we should be eating, or even supplements. I'm curious, do supplements help in increasing our immune system's protections? What does that look like in our in making sure our bodies are working at that peak performance?
Sure. Well, obviously, 70 to 80% of our immune system resides in our gut. So what we eat is key, right? And think about those soldiers again. You have the army. They are there to fight your battles. So we got to feed them properly. We got to nourish them. And unfortunately, again, processed foods, sugar, whatever we're doing, right, it's not helping. But on the other side of the spectrum, when we eat clean, when we eat more fruits and vegetables and whole grains, just a healthy, clean diet, the rainbow diet, the different colors, every color has a benefit to your body. I think we did an episode on this a couple of years ago on the Get Fit Challenge. And so all of those, and I can give you specifics, but in a nutshell, definitely, it is better to get your vitamins and minerals from real food than from supplements. Now, I tell you about supplements. Supplements, it's an interesting industry. And I'm not saying they're not good, but just to give you a perspective, the last time I checked, which was several years ago, I thought it was a $30 billion industry. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be around the $50 billion industry. Okay, so in 2020, it was $140 billion worth. 2021, 151.8. Okay, so this
That's
is
a pretty significant jump.
huge, right? And
Yeah.
most of us take, here and there supplements, but
Right.
put it into perspective. I would prefer to take my vitamins and minerals from real food, not from synthetic vitamins and supplements that are created in a lab. Now, some of those are naturally, so you need to look at the quality of what you're buying, right? That's
Right.
to do your research. I would absolutely consult with your doctor first, because even though it's not considered medication, it still has an impact in your body. It could create toxicity. So I would consult with your doctor, number one. Number two, I would definitely recommend to do a test. Okay. Um, Start over. I couldn't see your message. Okay. All right. So consult with your doctor first. Do a test, have them run a test to see if you have any deficiencies. Because, we go by what we see. It's like, oh, well, I need this amount of vitamin C or this amount of calcium and this. Okay, anything in excess is going to have an impact in your body. So,
Mm.
or maybe even if it doesn't create an impact in your body, a negative impact, maybe you're just, throwing the money away because it's not being absorbed by your body. That's the difference between synthetic versus getting your vitamins and minerals from real food. Your body knows well, has this wisdom to absorb what's good for it, right? So when we keep putting supplements in it, you might need it, you might not. So I would totally recommend that. Going back to the body, what are things that you can do to protect your immune system in regards to vitamins? Okay, so vitamin C foods. Okay, so those are, we always think about citrus, which they have a lot of vitamin C. Interestingly enough, guava has more vitamin C than the citrus. Kiwi,
Okay. I'm a big fan of guava. I'll try that out.
yeah, guava margarita too, right? Never know. And the kiwi, right? The kiwi has a lot of vitamin C, rich in vitamin C. The peppers, the chili, the red chili peppers, any peppers, they have vitamin C.
Okay.
Tomatoes, they have vitamin C. So most of all, the fruits and vegetables have a little bit. Some of them have more, but they're out there. Vitamin E, that is also good for your immune system, that you can find in nuts, in seeds, in whole grains. Okay, let's make sure they're whole grains. Fiber is good for you because it helps your immune system detox, right? You drink water. Hydration is very important. Hydration is going to help you sustain the correct temperature of your body, but it's also going to help you eliminate those toxins, which is a helper for our immune system. Then we have carotenoids. Those are the carrots, the sweet potatoes, some of the berries that have antioxidants, spinach. Then you have all your greens, right? The kale, the spinach. Then you cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and um, cauliflower, cabbage. So it's just, I can sit here and talk all day long about, but it's not one specific food. It's a combination. It's like an orchestra. Bioflavonoids also found in berries. Catechins found in green tea, white tea. Then you have your spices like turmeric, like cinnamon, all of those. Of course, you talk about garlic and onions, which have allicin, antibacterial, antiviral. Then you have ginger root, zinc, very important for your body. You can find in seafood like oysters, crab, but you can also find them in the beans or dark turkey meat. Some of us already have turkey, Thanksgiving or Christmas. Well, the dark meat has zinc. And then omega 3s, the omega 3s or fatty acids, those you can find obviously in salmon and some nuts like walnuts, but you also find them in nuts and seeds like chia seeds and And then selenium, super important, like Brazil nuts and also in whole grains. So again, not bore you with all this foods, but supplements definitely are something that you can tap into if you're deficient, right? If you're not absorbing well, zinc, vitamin D is created by our bodies. So, yes, most of us are deficient in vitamin D, and you might have to supplement on that. Look at the quality of the supplements that you buy, get out there in the sun and create that vitamin D naturally as well. Quercetin, bromelain, melatonin. I mean, so those are the ones that are right now roaming around, everywhere to protect your immune system.
Well, it sounds like we have a lot of opportunities and options to fuel our bodies well and get that in so many different ways. Before we log off, I wanted to know, is there anything else you'd like to share with the Get Fit folks on supporting their immune system? Well, I know you gave us so many good tips, but is there, if there's one thing that we could go away with, what would you like us to leave with?
Yeah, thank you. Keep it simple. And
Okay.
then definitely one thing overall, we talked about what would help our immune system and what would suppress it. But at the end of the day, is you it's like you have to clean house, okay? Because if you put all those nutrients in your body and you're not absorbing, then none of that is going to work. So I would absolutely recommend cleansing your body, a detox with food. I'm not talking water fasting. I mean, if you're that gutsy, maybe you can do it. I can do it. I get too hungry. But any cleanse your system first.
Mhm.
Think of the garbage trucks. That's your immune system, carrier. So the garbage trucks, and then you have all the trash, which some of us in San Diego still have right now because there's an issue with the trash company. But let's say you have your garbage truck, and then you have all this junk. Okay, so the junk is in there, and then you keep piling more nourishment and nutrients and all that, but the truck is full, so it's not going to take advantage of that. I would recommend to do a detox with food, eating clean food, and then move forward, start nourishing your body with what we talked about.
Gotcha. Okay. Amazing. Well, Sonia, I know you have extended a special offer for the folks of Get Fit. I was wondering if you can speak on that for a moment.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. Talking about detox and immunity. So, this is a program, it's a 21-day program to precisely start clean, start with
Mm,
detox, and then continue nourishing your body so you can get to boost your immunity. This is a 21-day program that includes obviously the coaching sessions, the nutritional evaluation, and then guidelines, the detox guidelines, and lots of yummy, super simple recipes. And I will throw a bonus on any recipe, a couple of recipes that are going to help with the fighting the flu, which is flu season right now for the whole family.
amazing. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Sonia, for extending that to the Get Fit Network and for sitting down with us and sharing just a glimpse of the insights that you have on the immune system and how to best support it. We are so excited to have you on board as our expert this week. So thank you again. And we look forward to supporting
Yeah.
our immune systems this week.
Oh, and Brittany, also, we do have two events coming up the week of the challenge, and that is a wellness walk. So I'm partnering
Yes.
with Out of the Ordinary with Mark and Darlene Menken, the Menkins. We are doing a walk on January 17th. I think you'll have the details in the website, and then another one on Friday that week where we end the challenge. So those are wellness walks in a beautiful setting in San Diego where you can get your vitamin D and breathe fresh air.
Well, I know I'm excited about those. For more information on the various things we've chatted about, the offer that Sonia extended, as well as those wellness walks. All that will be found on the getfitsd.org website. Plenty more information to come. But perfect. Sonia, thank you so much. And let's support our immune systems this week.
Absolutely. Have fun with it. That's the important thing.
Good luck, everyone.